All right. So this here is a mortise and tenon, and what this here does is it makes a square hole. So when we make the craftsman's table or we do anything with the mortise and tenon, this here is the machine that we're going to use. So it's just like a drill press, but if you wanted to change the bit on the mortise and tenon machine, it was just like a drill press. You loosen this, you take the chuck key, you stick it inside the chuck, you turn it counterclockwise to loosen it off, and if I wanted to move, to make sure that this here is 90 degrees to the fence, you loosen this off, this will spin. So you bring it down to whatever you need, you wind the table in, and you bring it till it's nice and flush. So you rock it, bring it back a little bit more. There you go. You lock this nut. You bring it up. So now it's 90 degrees to the fence. So anything you cut, it's perfectly square. So if I wanted to put it in the middle of this board, I can wind this handle. If that's center. There's also a locking nut on the side. On the table right here, you would lock that so it doesn't move, so it's perfectly straight when you cut. Now this here, if I wanted to cut a slot, the emergency stop, but we can also set the stop, which you're going to need to know. So if we grab a measuring tape, and this bar here, if you push down, it will stop on this little nut. So say if we wanted to go, push it down. Yeah, so we could go to any depth that we want, right? So go up. So say we wanted to put up something in this board here. So just touch it. There we go. So say we wanted to go 1 inch, which is 25.4 millimeters. We tighten it. We would bring this up, turn the emergency stop, start it, come down with the lever. When you first start a hole, you don't go all the way down. You take your time. You let the drill do the cutting, and the broach do cutting out the corners. As you can see, like that, and you can cut a slot. So go right down. Just keep stopping at your stop. And it will put a slot in the board to accept the tenon on the other board. All right. You can turn the table on angles, and this one here you can also tilt the head of this as well, which we haven't, but you can. As you can see, the graduations on the side here. You can turn it up to 30 degrees. So the whole head will tilt 30 degrees off to the side in order to put a mortise in on an angle if you choose to do so. All right. Like we always say, safety glasses, safety boots. When you're done with the drill, there's a door in the bottom here where all the other ones are. There's all different sizes. There's 5/8, ½ inch. There's all different sizes that you can use. Right? It also has the vise on the bottom. If you wanted to lock something in, you put the vise on to hold it nice and square. We don't, for the stuff that we do, we just basically use the stuff to the fence. Clean up after yourself. And if you have any questions, ask myself or Mr. Neal.